In this video today, we talk about what's going to happen in the 2021 market. What's going on? Adam Schwartz here, top real estate agent. So I want to break down a video for delinquency mortgage payments. Obviously, we're in this crazy pandemic and it's been going on for months and months and months. And you know, a lot of people are talking about the 2021 crash because delinquents are up and there's gonna be a flood of housing hitting the market, allegedly. You know, that's what people are saying right now because there's so many people that are unemployed and you know, we're not getting really any money from the government. Maybe there's more stimulus checks coming. We're not really sure. Currently right now in Riverside and San Bernardino County, there's a 3.8% delinquency. And what that means is someone's 30 days past their making their mortgage payment. Luckily right now for those people, there's a stop on foreclosure. So even if you're 60, 90, 120 days behind, you can't go into foreclosure. We assume sooner or later California is gonna lift that whenever the pandemic is over. So sometime next year or maybe November. Currently right now, 3.8%, we were at that point in late or mid-late of 2013. So I counted the numbers up. We roughly had 25,000 houses on the market. And like what I always say, supply and demand, right? The reason why we're in such a crazy seller's market, Adrian just had me on video talking to a buyer right now and talking him through how much of a crazy buyer's market it is, or seller's market is, because rates are super low, which that's driving a lot of buyers to the market because money's so cheap, and there's just no inventory. And so when you have all these people wanting to buy and no houses on the market, what does that do? Shoot prices up. When we were back at this 3.8, we had roughly about 25,000 houses on the market in Riverside and San Bernardino County. Currently right now, we have roughly 11,000, right? So if all of a sudden, we go back to 25,000 houses, right? That's almost double or more than double what we have on the market right now. So if all of a sudden we wake up one day, which this will not happen, and all of a sudden we get twice the amount of houses on the market, well, in one day, there's not gonna be more buyers in the market. So what is that gonna do? That's gonna drive prices down because there's gonna be a massive supply of homes and the same amount of buyers, right? Obviously, if you've watched these boring videos, you've seen, even in the worst times, we close about the same amount of deals per month. So buyers normally stay pretty consistent. It's the supply and demand, or the supply of housing, that's really what changes the market. So because we have rates that are so low, we don't see rates going up because they really can't do that because of other economic problems that we don't want to talk about in this video. But I want you guys to start thinking, okay, if this is what might happen in 2021, say we stay at that 3.8%, right? And we actually are seeing that it's starting to go down, right? But say we stay there. And say the numbers are roughly about the same. And say next year, we now jump up to 25,000 houses on the market in Riverside and San Bernardino County. That's gonna over double our supply. We're not gonna have an influx of more buyers. We might even have less buyers. Who knows what the economy is doing at that time. Here's a little map to break it down super simple for you guys. So if you have 4 buyers and 3 houses, kind of that's what we have right now. More or less we have 20 buyers for 1 house, but let's make it a little simple. So we have 3 houses and 4 buyers. And every single one of these houses, there's some type of competition on that house, which then drives up price, right? And if you're smart, you're the first person that goes on the market and all 4 bid and then goes down the road. But all of a sudden, boom, next year, we have the same amount of buyers, we have 4 buyers, but all of a sudden now we're over doubling the amount of houses we have. Well, what now happens? Now these last 2 houses, there's no competition for them. So what is that gonna have to do? They're gonna have to drive down price because now these buyers have options. They can go write lower offers because there's less demand out there and more supply. So I want you guys to think about this video, and obviously I'm not an agent that's gonna scare people into selling or buying because you know what I always say, we buy and sell to solve problems. But I want you to start thinking, if you're someone who's in this delinquent phase right here and you don't see yourself being able to make your payment next year, or you don't see your job coming back, do you want to be the person that's listing their house now with only 11,000 houses on the market and we're in this crazy seller's market? Or are you going to drag your feet because 1, you might be embarrassed because you're losing your home, which don't be. 2, you're scared. That's probably something. And 3, people go, well, what are you going to do? You take the equity because you're going to have it, you know, and then go rent. And it sounds suck to go rent. I'm a renter. A lot of people are renters, but a home in my eyes is an asset. it's high, you sell, you take the money you make off of it, and then you go do other things with it. Or are you gonna be this seller right here? And you wait too long, and you and a handful of other people that are in delinquents are going to then rush the market all at one time. There's just gonna be less competition, and you're gonna bring down the market. Well, I was talking to someone the other day, and I was saying, they were asking me something, and I said, well, we're all sheep most of the time. When someone sees someone do something, they go to go do it. Well, all of a sudden, they start seeing prices go down, and they know they need to sell because they're in trouble. What are they gonna do? Oh my God, I gotta do it now. And they flood the market, which then does what? You flood the market with more houses, and it keeps on going down more. If you're in this situation and you don't think you're gonna be able to get out of it, it's at that time now where I think you should talk to someone. Doesn't have to be me, right? Just go talk to someone that you trust and actually knows what they're talking about, because I'd rather see you be here in this market if you're gonna sell than this market. For two reasons. One, you're gonna get top price for your house. I mean, we're selling stuff 30, 40,000 above asking price. That's stupid, all right? And if you go here, you're gonna be behind the 8 ball, because if all of a sudden this is not 6 houses, what if it's 12 houses? What if it's 18 houses? What if it's 24 houses? Whatever it is, there's not gonna be a massive increase of buyers in the market because rates can't go really any lower. And if rates go back up, when rates go up, prices go down. So if rates go up and supply, that's where we're gonna get in a lot of trouble. So if you have any questions, comment below, send me a message. I know some people are always worried, but you just have to know whatever we talk about, it's just between me and you, because I know this scenario is not fun for anyone. You know what I mean? I've been close to bankruptcy multiple times in my real estate career because of the ups and downs of this, and it's nothing that you should be embarrassed about, because obviously you didn't cause this problem. None of us had control of this. So remember, comment below if you have any questions, tag someone in that needs to see it, send me a DM, call me, text me, whatever you need. And hopefully these videos help, because we really make them to educate you, and so we can coach you into making the right decision, not try to sell you into making the right decision. So till next time, peace.